Good morning, Hornet Nation. Welcome to the Daily Buzz. I'm Joe Hutzler. Today is Give Day here at the University of Lynchburg, April 18th, 2019. And here with a special edition of the Daily Buzz, we'll have some interviews to go through. And we begin with none other than my boss and everyone's favorite guy on campus, Jon Waters, Athletic Director for the University of Lynchburg.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us on a beautiful morning here in Lynchburg, Virginia. Very exciting day for the institution. And let's just dive right in with what the athletic department is looking to raise money for today.
Sure. I think the most important thing with Give Day is it's a great opportunity to connect with our current and former student athletes and families, and really all of our alumni. I mean, we really focus on lots of different days in the athletic department, the most important being graduation. But Give Day has really become a special opportunity for us to really inspire our student athletes and just to continue to grow our group forward. This year in particular, all of our teams have really tried to identify specific areas of need and have really tried to message all of those through social media. So one thing I hope is that all of our families and friends will connect with our different teams as the day goes on and see what those needs are and find different ways that they can help. We also on Give Day identify several kind of departmental or global needs and areas that we try to meet those needs through the Athletic Directors Champions Fund. This year we've got three specific things. One is to continue to enhance our engagement platforms through our streaming and digital media efforts and those types of things. Another area of need is we're going to introduce next year a sports nutrition element to our strength and conditioning dynamic with Coach Smith and Coach Logan, which has been a huge success for us and meant a tremendous amount to our student athletes. And then the third thing, which we all know is really important for us, is to continue to explore our facility needs as it relates to Vision 2020 plus.
Right. Well, and speaking of inspiration, another part of today is what some anonymous donors have already done, committed. Can you tell folks at home a little bit more about the challenges that we have been given today?
Sure. I mean, we believe deeply in the student athlete experience, and part of that experience while they're student athletes is that we help them understand what it's like to be helpful alumni as well. So we strongly encourage student giving on Give Day. This year, part of our conversations with our donors was a way to inspire our student athletes to give. And this year, if we have 325 student athletes that give, then that will unlock an additional $25,000 to the athletic department, directly serving our student athletes' needs as the day goes on. In addition to that, one of the key things we want to do is we want to get better every year. If you've been through our department in the last 3 or 4 years, you hear Coach Smith all the time talking about 1% better.
That's right.
So we're going to try to, bump that up a little bit. And so one of our incentive gifts for today is that if we have more than 900 donors to any athletics or club sport fund, then our donors have really inspired our group by offering $116,000 in direct support for our athletic programs.
That is tremendous.
It's been an amazing start already, and certainly lots of work for the day.
Right.
You really to try to find anybody and everybody that we can connect with that's been part of the Lynchburg family, to try to get them involved to see if they would be willing to give and help us reach these amazing incentive goals for the day.
And of course, the 116 is an important number because this is the 116th birthday of the University of Lynchburg. It's Founders Day, so that's where all that ties in. Well, it sounds like there's a lot of work ahead for the athletic department.
We will be busy all day.
Yes, of course, which is what we're used to. We're used to
Absolutely.
doing that. Thank you for your time and good luck in those endeavors.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, of course, we still had some action yesterday in terms of our Hornets teams in action. Let's take a look at some highlights. All right, here we go. Hornets in action. Lynchburg baseball yesterday taking on Hampton-Sydney and looking for a conference victory. There's Gary Jackson. Also the team sporting some gray unis. Wesley Steelman probably looking like the best one in those uniforms. Early in the game, it's PJ Alvanos. We're in the second inning. and a bases clearing triple. We got to speed it up a little bit here. Everyone just jogging home as he slides in to third, and that gives Lynchburg the early 3-2 lead in this very important conference matchup. Something I've never seen before. We're tamping home plate back in during the game, and that shows a whole new meaning to stealing home base right there. All right, later in the contest, Hampton-Sydney is up at this point. Caden Warren is up too, up in the air, reaching out, making the grab in left field. Highlight play for possibly the year. We'll see if that makes our list at the end of the calendar year. But unfortunately for Lynchburg baseball, it was a tough day against the Tigers. 11-3, the final score from Hampton-Sydney. Other teams in action from yesterday, women's tennis was on the road in Winchester, Virginia, battling the Hornets, and it was another victory for the real Hornets, 9-0 in the end for everyone on Lynchburg women's tennis. Congratulations. Also, men's tennis was there, so it was a sweep as the men took the Shenandoah Hornets 6-3, and they're still Shenandoah looking for their first ODAC victory. Women's lacrosse, downtown, if you will, across the street, taking on Randolph and handing them a big 16-0 loss. A big day for senior Alicia Sandoval with 3 goals and 4 assists. Bridget Gavin getting in on the goal scoring as well. Number 20, men's lacrosse, just creeped back into the top 20 in the USILA poll and still unbeaten in conference play at 7-0 after a large 19-6 victory against the Yellow Jackets of Randolph-Macon. And a quick look at today. We've got women's tennis taking on the Maroons at 3 p.m. this afternoon in Salem, Virginia. And don't forget about the ODAC Outdoor Championships at Randolph College. We won't forget about it. It's right across the road. Tomorrow starts that, and it also will be going on Saturday as well. Some changes because of the weather that's coming in, but we will get it in Friday and Saturday for sure. Speaking of the last 2 sports that we mentioned, track and men's lacrosse, we have some folks here from those teams. I've got Endasia Mitchell and Tyler Gallagher with us this morning. First of all, thank you guys for getting up early. I know it's not your favorite thing to do, especially for Tyler, who, what time did you guys get back last night?
Just a little after 12.
Okay, so not that terrible.
Too bad.
Yeah, not that terrible. Today's a big day for all of us in athletics, but specifically for the student athletes. We're trying to take the inspiration you give us to raise money to help you and future Hornets as well. And Deja, I want to start with you, and you being a senior at this point, you've seen Give Day and it evolve. You've seen the campus evolve. For you, when it comes to the specifics of this day, why is it important for people to care so much about giving back to potentially a school that will be there, they'll be an alum in just a few short weeks? They might think, I'll give back a couple years from now. Why is it important for the student athletes to give today?
I think it really teaches or cultivates a habit right now, because I know that after graduating from high school, you say that you're going to donate to your high school, but do you really know how? So I think that starting now really shows how important it is, because while you're here, you actually see some of that reflect into your own programs and what you're involved in, and then also you know how to do it for the future. Right,
very, very, very good point. Tyler, you are a part of a team that has a Give Day in the fall and has a chance to give today. You've seen what happens when people get excited about giving back. For you, when you see that support, what's it do for your emotions? Why do what do you feel when you see everybody that's excited about your program and really athletic department as a whole? How does it make you feel?
I mean, it's huge. It just shows how much support the alumni have, after they graduate, or even, as you were saying, students while they're here on campus, just donating back to the sports. And just speaking from a lacrosse standpoint, from the guys on our team, we see how huge it is. It helps pay for a lot of the things that we need to play or go on trips, and it makes it so amazing for us to have those experiences just from all the alumni and students donating back to the school.
Well, let's switch it up a little bit to things that you guys are definitely confident about talking about, which is your teams. Actually, I'm going to stick with you, Tyler, and go with the men's lacrosse program. Right now, still undefeated in conference play. Big game coming up on Saturday. What makes you guys confident that you can come away with a victory this weekend?
Just all the work we've been putting in throughout not just the season, but the preseason as well. Guys have been working their butts off the entire time and just really down and wake, doing whatever they have to do, getting extra shots in. And I think right now, just as a team, we're so tight, we're so close as a unit, and we just, we have a streak going right now that we want to continue to keep pushing forward. And it's going to be a great game Saturday. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, no question about that. Their game against WNL this Saturday. Endasia, you guys have huge. I guess crescendo to the outdoor season coming up with ODAC championships. Just a few short weeks ago, I think maybe even last week it was, you guys dominated at Randolph, men and women, bringing home the championship in that respect. So in terms of confidence level, just like we're talking to Tyler about that, you guys have to be as confident as you've ever been going into this weekend, right?
Yeah, super confident, especially on the ladies' side. We just have a lot of depth, and even with our team not being that large, there's just so many of us that are at the top of each event, and you're going to see a lot of Lynchburg on the podium. That's all I can say.
Okay. I love that. That's great. That's confidence, and we need that all day long. That's terrific. Well, guys, thank you so much again for getting up early and being here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully you don't have too many classes. You can go back to bed for a little while, but thank you guys. Appreciate it. All right, we still have some campus events to get to because, of course, school is still in session. So let's take a look at those now, or at that one campus event now. As the wipe comes across the screen, we see that Holy Thursday service is today. Holy Thursday service. It'd be great if I knew how to read. 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock tonight. Church service at the Snido Chapel speaks for itself. All right, and that's all we have for the Daily Buzz today. A huge day here. Again, remember that is your chance to give back in any capacity, and we have those goals that we want to meet in athletics as well. Very easy to do all of those things. If you're not here on campus, just go to lynchburg.edu/giveday any point in time between now and midnight here on the 18th. Until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., I'm Joe Hutzler reminding you it's a great day to be a Hornet, and we are one nation.